Try that again. Today we're opening Hogs 3 Bourbon, 80 proof. Not a lot really to find on this because most of the stuff I found I don't think was right for this bottle. So I guess I'm going in pretty blind on this one. Hogs 3 Bourbon. This mature Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey has been aged for over 3 full years in newly crafted and charred American white oak barrels, from which it takes its depth of colour and smooth, dry taste. This exceptionally rich and mellow flavoured dark bourbon takes its unusually distinctive complexity of taste from the finest rye that is used together with a final maturation in flamed oak barrels. Genuine old style recipe. So 40% alcohol, distilled and aged in the USA. I read somewhere that suggested it was bottled in Scotland, but nothing on this suggests that in the slightest. Authentic Kentucky bourbon takes its classic texture and sweet taste from the freshwater springs that have filtered through the limestone shelf that runs through the southern states of America. The deep rich colour comes from the charred oak barrels in which it is aged. This process was initially introduced in the 1800s as a means of disinfecting the barrels to ensure no contamination of the spirit occurred. Okay. Not a lot else, so let's get it open. And it's a cork, which is, I think that's the first cork bourbon that I've had for a while. Talks about it being a deep colour, but it still looks fairly light to me. I've seen a lot deeper. Anyway. Not as sweet as some of the bourbons I've had. A little bit spicier than the others. A bit more complexity, I think, in the flavour. The nose is coming across fairly simple, but in the mouth it I think is a bit more complex and left with sort of honey, vanilla and rye sort of flavours in the mouth on the finish. Yeah, you can get a little bit of the honey on the nose and vanilla. Not a lot of spice on the nose, but in the mouth there was a bit more spice than the nose suggested. Interesting. As I said, it's I think the most complex it gets is in the mouth and then a little bit on the finish as well. Anyway, cheers.